For the best price, click the link in the description. Have you heard about the Samsung ViewFinity S9? But here's what surprised me when I started using it. This monitor promises to deliver stunning color accuracy and a near-seamless viewing experience. But therefore, there's more to this story than meets the eye. There are several issues with this monitor that make it less desirable for many users. Therefore, in this review, we'll be taking an in-depth look at the Samsung ViewFinity S9 and what makes it a less than ideal choice for anyone looking for a top-notch display. The first thing you need to know is that the ViewFinity S9 boasts a sleek design with thin bezels on all sides. But this may not be as impressive as it sounds when you realize that some of its competitors have even slimmer bezels. Therefore, if design is your top priority, there might be other options worth considering. One of the key features touted by Samsung is the monitor's high 5K resolution and HDR10+ support. This should provide an exceptional viewing experience for any content, but we'll get to whether this lives up to its promise later on. Therefore, let's take a closer look at what you can expect from the ViewFinity S9. In terms of specs, the monitor features a 32-inch 5K display with a 120Hz refresh rate and AMD FreeSync premium support for smooth gameplay. It also boasts a peak brightness of 1000 nits and supports HDR10+ content. However, some users have reported issues with color accuracy and brightness in their reviews. Let's dive deeper into the color accuracy issue and what might cause it. The ViewFinity S9 uses Samsung's quantum dot technology to deliver more vivid colors. But some reviewers have pointed out that the colors on this monitor can appear washed out or less saturated compared to other high-end displays. Therefore, if you're a creative professional who relies heavily on accurate color representation, there might be better options available. Another problem with the ViewFinity S9 is its relatively low contrast ratio of 1000:1. While not terrible by any means, this can lead to some issues with darker scenes in movies or games. Therefore, if you plan on watching a lot of dark content, you may want to look elsewhere. Moving on to the brightness issue that some reviewers have encountered. The ViewFinity S9 boasts a peak brightness of 1000 nits, but some users have reported it not being enough to combat glare in bright rooms. Therefore, if you plan on using this monitor in a space with plenty of natural light, you may need to adjust your expectations. So what does all this mean for the average user? In short, the Samsung ViewFinity S9 is not as perfect as some might make it out to be. While it's certainly a solid display, there are better options available if you're looking for top-notch performance and color accuracy. Let's reevaluate the specs and features of the monitor in light of these issues. With a higher price tag than some of its competitors, the ViewFinity S9 might not offer enough value to justify the cost. Therefore, it's essential to weigh the pros and cons before making a decision. If you're still considering the Samsung ViewFinity S9 despite its drawbacks, here are a few things to keep in mind when shopping for one. Make sure to check the warranty and return policy of the retailer you purchase from, as this might not be ideal for everyone. Also, consider whether your specific needs align with what the monitor can offer. For those who have already purchased the ViewFinity S9 and are looking for a more in-depth understanding of its performance, I recommend checking out some of the reviews on Amazon to see how it fares against other high-end displays. You might be surprised at just how well some of these monitors stack up against Samsung's offering. In conclusion, while the Samsung ViewFinity S9 is certainly not a bad display by any means, there are several issues that make it less desirable for many users. Therefore, before you make your next purchase, take a closer look at what this monitor has to offer and compare it with other high-end displays on the market. For the best price, click the link in the description.